Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Bookcast. This is my platform for sharing short fiction and updates on what I'm reading and writing. I am your host, D.L. White, Atlanta-based author of 14 full-length novella projects, numerous fanfiction works, and other stuff out there. I'm totally working off script today because I just don't have the wherewithal and the energy to script out what I'm writing this week. I'm going to shoot straight from the hip, give you a couple updates, talk about a couple things, and then get off this microphone because I have a full day of trying to reset, level set, get back in the business. So let's just dive into it. Today's episode won't be long, but I did not want to skip another episode, so I made myself get up out of the bed, plug in the microphone, and here we go. Obviously, the results of our presidential election were not what I had hoped for. They're the exact opposite of what I had hoped for. I did not have hope that we would have Congress. I thought we would at least have the House. It's not looking like that's going to happen, but it is looking like the majority won't be but a few seats. So looking at what the nation chose as president, I am hoping that there will be some method of checks and balances, although one singular party holds all of the power. I am working through my emotions. I was very hopeful and very optimistic, but also very cautious about it because I remember 2016. And I remember everybody being so sure of the results and so cocky, and I saw that same attitude coming across, and I wanted to be joyous and I wanted to be positive about it, but I was very cautious about it. And on election night, very early on, it just looked like it was going to be a repeat of 2016. And it was. And I won't get into my assumptions about the reasons for a Democratic defeat. There's a lot of pundits out there yimmering and yammering and talking about why we lost and how we can win again and if we ever get to vote again. I feel like I have to protect myself, my mental health, my personal well-being, and put myself in a position to survive the next 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 119 years. Because who knows how long this party is going to be in control. You know what I'm saying? So right now, my goal is to get my emotions in check, work it all out, but I can't let this affect how I live my life because it's just me. It's my salary and my salary alone supporting me. I need to do my best to get to a place where I can turn off the emotion and the intrusive thoughts and paying attention to what's going on. Like, certain things like really stress me out. I get affected by things, particularly things that don't have anything to do with me. You know, I don't have a uterus, so the abortion issue is not a question for me. I am not an immigrant. There, aside from higher prices, there are so many policies that are going to be affected that have nothing to do with me. But I know so many people whose lives are going to change drastically in the negative, and I feel for them. And that feeling for them and that empathy and that deep sorrow for what they wanted out of their life and what they're going to get out of their lives because of the choice of the majority of the nation, really just a few states, it upsets me. It makes me sick to my stomach. I have dropped pounds this week, which is hard for me. I don't lose weight easily. Even after having weight loss surgery, I don't lose weight easily. I have dropped pounds this week. That's how traumatic this has really been for me. And so what I really want to spend today focusing on is, what do I have to do between now and inauguration, and between now and 2026, and now and 2028, to put myself in a position to live anyway. Live anyway. Find the joy anyway. Participate in life anyway. Protect myself, but find joy and peace and enjoyment in my life anyway, because I'm not going to be able to take 2, 4, 6 years of doom and gloom and dread. I don't have any answers today, but I do know that that's going to be the goal for me. I am making a couple of steps. I don't think I'm going to be able to do Nonfiction November this month. Real life is just way too much for me. I'm going to have to step back and dive into my comfort genres, women's fiction, literary fiction, romance, especially holiday romance. I'm going to probably kick that up sooner than I usually do. I might throw in a couple of good-looking nonfiction books, but I had a rack of nonfiction books set to read this month, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. Like, who knows how I'm gonna feel in a couple of weeks? Maybe I'll be more set in a couple of weeks, but I'll tell you, I just really need some comfort, and I'm gonna seek it out through art, through books and music and literature and TV and people. Definitely people. Speaking of people, online people anyway, I have curated, safe spaces for myself online. Twitter is not one of those places. I am not leaving Twitter, but I'm probably going to spend a lot less time on Twitter. If you are looking for me in a chat space, I'm on Instagram. I'm also on Blue Sky. I've been on Blue Sky since like 2022, 2023, something like that. I've been very much more active over there. It is not maintained by a billionaire with political leanings who's pushing right-wing propaganda at you all day, every day. It is not full of people who are spoiling for a fight. It is actually very peaceful, and I am going to need that respite moving into a new administration. I can't be in a place that's always focused on what the heck that guy is doing. So I'm going to be spending a lot more time on Blue Sky. I really enjoy it so far. Actually, a lot of people from Twitter are moving over there. There's a Black Sky feed, which is your Black Twitter shenanigans. So that's always good for comic relief. There's a Book Sky feed, so all people talking about books. Then there's your your breakdown. They have feeds for sci-fi fantasy, and feeds for comics, and feeds for knitting. Anything you might think you are interested in, you get like a little starter pack. Like, here's a bunch of people that talk about this stuff. Here's all these people that you can follow. Here's a feed that it's just a column that shows up. You can just pop in there and see what people are talking about this particular subject. So there's Book Sky, there's Black Voices Matter, which is the Black Writers feed. There is Romance Landia, which is all of our romance writers, which is going to be a desperate need of solace. So I'm likely going to be found there if you're looking for me. I'm hoping to move a lot of things over there, but a lot of my my automated promo only feeds to Twitter, and so I have to manually repost them over to Blue Sky until All Author figures out a way to make some kind of automation for Blue Sky happen. I was able to add Blue Sky to Buffer, so I can schedule things to post, and I can manually do what's being done automatically through All Author. And so I'm going to be straddling the two platforms for a minute, but mainly live, I'll be at Blue Sky. I also have a Facebook, and I don't think I'm following anybody who voted on the Republican ticket, but if I did, I won't be apologizing for my point of view and my stance on anything. And so, if that's going to make you uncomfortable, I would suggest that you remove yourself, because I'm going to be me there. I'm going to be me on Instagram. I have a personal Instagram and I have a bookish Instagram. And so I'm just going to be building myself a nice big bubble. I don't intend to live my life with my head in the sand, but I'm also not going to have news in my face 24/7. I'll go look for it when I want to see what's going on. And I have a couple of resources. Even on Blue Sky, I have a news feed I could just go look at when I'm interested in what's happening and not have it popping up in my face every 27 seconds. So I'm hoping to be able to manage things, manage my stress, but also manage my need for information that way. Also going to be really digging hard into books as soon as I feel like writing. I didn't open any documents this week. I did read through Calculated Risk just because I missed India, Imani, and Desmond. Weirdly, I missed them. So I did read through that, and in its rough draft form, I really like it, and I think my audience is also going to really like it, and I'm excited for you guys to get that in 2025. And then I don't even remember my characters from the festival at Evergreen Falls. I haven't opened it at all this week, but I'm going to be traveling this week for work, and I hope I can get some time away to like pound out a few thousand words in that. I don't know that I'm going to finish it before the end of December even, but I need to write something. I need to immerse myself in fictional worlds and make believe people and do the best I can to manage my thoughts and my emotions and live my life. Like, who knows what's going to happen in the next couple of years in business. I work for a beverage brand, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where we get our materials from, but the high cost of materials drives up the cost of the product, and that brings stress between the organization and its distributors and its customers. So I am just going to be bracing, So we'll see how things shake out, but the new administration is not yet in power. So while there is a need to prepare and get myself ready, I should not be wallowing in sorrow quite yet. So I'm really just trying to move through my emotions and get to a steady place, which by the shake in my voice, I know you can tell I'm not quite there yet. Let me give you a couple of updates and then get on with our day. I am still ahead on my Goodreads challenge. I'm at 177 of 200 books. My goal is to read 200 books in 2024. The way my face is going to be in a book at all times, I'm going to exceed that. I read over 200 books the first year of COVID-19. So it's my coping mechanism, and I'm anxious to dive back in. But anyway, I'm at 177. I'm 6 books ahead of schedule. So that's not going to be a problem to maintain that lead. This week I read, let me pop up my list here. I did get in, I think, a couple of books, but my computer's moving slow. I did not take any notes. I didn't prep. I don't have a rundown. We're straight from the hip, and we're hiccuping into the microphone. This week, I did finish The Quiet Damage, QAnon, and the Destruction of an American Family. This was good. It was sad, but it was really good. The last few chapters gave me a bit of hope about each of the families affected as their loved ones started to come out of being just buried in conspiracy and that sort of thing. It was a good read. And then I read Overseas with a Billionaire by Stephanie Nicole Norris. This is a brand new release, and I snatched it right up as soon as I saw it pop up. This is book 2 in her Billionaire series. One Night with a Billionaire was really, really good, so I snatched this one up. It was great. I read While I Slept by Lakeisha Johnson. This is just a person I randomly saw on Twitter and decided to pop up a book. It was pretty good. It leaned more toward urban fiction, closer to urban fiction than I really like, but hey, it was a book. And I needed to be reading something. So, and it was in Kindle Unlimited, so I snatched it. And then Holiday Heat by Miss Beverly Jenkins, who I am so happy has joined us over at Blue Sky, so I don't have to do without seeing her lovely face and her words of encouragement. I'm honestly so grateful for her. We're also friends on Facebook, but I just like seeing her in my spaces. That's what I got read this week. I do not know what I'm reading this week. It's going to be a mix probably of romance and crime fiction. That's just my happy place. That's where I like to be. And so I'm going to dive right in today. I think I might watch like a holiday movie and then like read a little. And I would like to get some words in, but I'm not going to force it. You know what I'm saying? This week there are 2 online events if you are interested in free books. The first is the Black Reader Appreciation Experience, BRAE.website. From the 12th through the 16th, there are a grip, like 3 to 4 pages of authors that are participating in this event. They have all offered up free books for your faces. So beginning the 12th, dip into BRAE.website and snatch you up some books. These are books for Black readers. And I have a book. I don't even remember what book I put in here. If you're a reader of mine, you probably already have my book, but spread the word to your friends, your family, random strangers, and let them know that this is happening. You'll see lots of stuff on my social media about this. Send them on over to the website and tell them to grab some books, and then check around and buy some other stuff. The other event is November 15th and 16th, I believe. And that is the indie author deals, stuff your earbuds, which is it's like stuff your Kindle but for audiobooks. And I also have a free audiobook in that giveaway. So that will be at romanceaudiobookworms.com. And again, this will be on my website. Not on my website, probably be on my Substack and my Blue Sky, my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram. It'll be everywhere. So you'll be able to find it. So indie authors have offered up free audiobooks for your ears. And there don't tend to be a whole lot of Black romance in this giveaway, but I do know like Stephanie joins it usually, on occasion, a couple of others. So take a look, November 15th. So that reminds me that I do need to make sure I have my books set everywhere for free. So I'm gonna check that out. That is it for announcements. That is it for ruminations and talkings about the 2024 presidential election. Like I said, we're still waiting on the House, but I don't believe we're going to get the House. So, if we do, the majority won't be large. It'll be like a couple of seats, which isn't fine, but we can make it work. So that's it for announcements. If you know me, I appreciate your good thoughts and prayers and support. I am okay. I'm probably not going to be very talkative, but I do appreciate those who have reached out for chit-chatting and whatnot. That's it. That's all I got for today. Thank you for joining me for this episode. I hope to have more energy and more optimism and more light next week. But like I said, I did not want to skip this week. I appreciate everyone who is listening to this podcast and those who offer comments and let me know in Instagram lives and whatnot that they listen to my podcast. I do so appreciate it, and I do really enjoy bringing it to you. I'm going to skip all the usuals. So thanks for joining me. Take care of yourself this week, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.